I really hate this camera, but it's the only one I have. This year was not good for me. Really. I got so stressed, I got burnt out. I didn't really want to do anything. And I struggled in college because of it. I know. It's a bit surprising considering me. I was oversleeping, to give you an idea. I slept literally all day, just from the amount of stress I was going through. I lost my sanity this year. And it's not a fun sight. For those of you wondering, no, I didn't get depressed. I didn't get any type of depression. I just got burnt out, demotivated. It's a combination of personal life, YouTube, work, and college, basically. Thought I could handle it. Not at the same time. Couldn't do it. So I'm happy this year is going to be over, because I'm going to be taking a semester off. Just because I really need it. I know this camera is bad. I've done all I can with it. It has a mind of its own. It does whatever the heck it wants. All that stress was the reason why I haven't made any more videos. I literally have not touched any recording equipment, aside from school-related purposes, since my last video. And for good reason. I already explained it. I just wanted it all to end. And it finally has. A lot has changed since the last video. If it's not obvious by the background, I know my room's a mess. I haven't got a chance to clean it. I worked today. So yeah, if it wasn't obvious, I got a new setup. I like this a lot better, as it takes up a lot less space in my room, giving me more room for other stuff and even VR. It's really nice having a lot of space for VR. I'll tell you that. Some things for the channel. I'm not gonna make a schedule here. I upload whenever, like it always has been. Just whenever I get down to doing it, because I do work and I do school and I have personal life to take care of as well. All videos is whenever they're uploaded. If you've been around this channel for a very long time, one embarrassing aspect of it is the amount of unfinished series, or unfinished and old series. It is my fault. I just haven't gone back to them, but I just got other things to do and went on to do other things. It's not that I didn't dislike the game. It was more or less the amount of problems and technical issues I get for recording the game. My recording equipment is not very cooperative most of the time, and it's very frustrating. In the event of my absence, I did get a new setup, as if you can tell from this right here. This is my bed. I got a loft bed. I know it sounds a bit childish, and it probably is, but hey, it freed up a lot of space in here. Because now my bed and desk is one thing, and it's big enough to hold an actual desktop computer, which is really nice, as well as for other stuff. Now, something else I managed to get a hold of is, I'm not sure if you can see it, this cable's short. Apparently touching the tripod makes it toggles the brightness for some reason. I got a PlayStation 2. I would show you, but the cable's too short. Yes, I got the legendary PlayStation 2, and I do plan to record games on it, as I do have a capture card. I need to test it first to make sure it actually is recordable. Now, please keep in mind that when I do record PlayStation 2 games, due to the nature of the console, the quality is not going to be the best. That's just the console. It's an old console. Its video output isn't very good, and I can't really do much about it. I have an HDMI converter, which does do some signal cleanup, but it's not perfect, but it looks a lot better than what it does originally. And I also have a PlayStation 3. I own a PlayStation 3 now. It's from my dad. He doesn't want it anymore. He just gave it to me, so I own a PlayStation 3. And I should be able to record that, but it's going to take some tinkering. And some more behind-the-scenes stuff. For those of you who don't know, depending on how long you've been here, you may already know. And I don't really like promoting this or even mentioning it, if that's the right term. I have a Patreon, and all the links are always going to be in the description. And they recently had a policy change, which I opted in. So how it used to work before is that when you become a patron, you would be charged the day you become one, and then the first of every month after that. So because of that, you had the possibility of being double charged, which a lot of people didn't like. I don't like it, but I had no control over it. So they changed it to where if you opt in on a certain day, you'll be charged that day from now on without being charged the first of every month. So say you opt in on February 20th, for example, your charge will occur on the 20th of every month, instead of being charged on the 20th, the day you became one, and then charged the first of every month after that. It's a lot nice. It's a lot nicer, and it probably sounds a bit confusing, but you'll understand if you become one. The Patreon is really minimal, and it's mainly kind of a tip jar that you can put stuff into every month, but it's mainly just early access to videos, and that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to put up there, or any exclusive content I want to do, so that's probably something in the very distant future. Between you and me, I don't really like putting things behind a paywall. And another thing that I did behind the scenes, which I am extremely happy about, is I changed the way I record things, and it's for the better. It's a lot more complex, and probably not as reliable, but it's a lot better. Basically, I have eliminated the recording load on my computer, and literally put it somewhere else. So for those of you who don't know, when you play a game and record, they use the same resources, and the computer bounces back and forth between recording and the game. This is very quickly. That's just how computers work. Because of that, it does affect the frame rate and the quality of the recording in the game. And I say this because sometimes I have to turn recording settings down to get a decent recording frame rate, and sometimes I have to turn the game settings down to even make it playable, basically. And something I didn't really like doing. I didn't come across it too much, as I mainly stick to relatively older games, but I do play some modern ones where I did have some problems. I'm not using it right now. This is something very simple that any computer can do. But basically, I have a secondary computer which I have Linux installed, and I absolutely hate that operating system, but it's good enough for what I'm doing with it. And I have OBS on that, and I'm able to record my computer without a capture card. I know this sounds a bit weird, but it's actually doing it over Wi-Fi. I'm streaming basically this OBS instance into the OBS instance in the Linux machine and recording that. It may sound like it's not very good, but it's actually pretty darn good for what it is. And I've been doing some experimental records, and I'm going to be doing some more experimental records that I might upload, just kind of a behind the scenes thing, because it's actually pretty cool. And it's nice because it eliminates the recording load on my main gaming machine, so I won't have to worry about turning down the settings or anything. Although the Linux machine is using much older hardware, so it still has its limits on what it can do, but I managed to get it to where it won't lag too much while it's recording, if at all. I'm really happy about that, and I like making these types of videos quick, but I just wanted to let you guys know why I was gone for so long. Just the amount of stress and just burnout I was going through wasn't fun. I just needed to take a much needed break, and probably well deserved. I work a very physically demanding job. It may sound funny, but I work with dogs. Work at a dog boarding facility, and it gets tiring wrestling them in and out of their rooms all day. So hopefully things are for the better around here. Is that I'm gonna try to tackle things a bit differently and actually edit things a bit more than what I've been doing, because I haven't really been liking the content I've been putting out lately, mainly because of the recording issues I've been having. Because I was kind of already going through some sort of fatigue and burnout in the previous videos, I wasn't at my best performance. So I think I'm a pretty entertaining person. I do make people laugh and keep them amused, but of course that's always up to other people to decide if I'm entertaining for you or not. A lot of things went down this year for me. My birthday is coming up soon. I'm not sure if I'll have anything planned specifically for the channel, but who knows? Only time will tell at this point. I'm a lot happier and, relieved now that a semester's over. I'm going to be taking time off from school. So hopefully I have more time to actually record more videos, because I do enjoy YouTube a lot. I just haven't had a lot of time to tackle it the way I want to. So I'm going to be trying changing my schedule a bit so work and school won't be much of an interference. So I think I talked about everything. Expect more videos in the future. I might do another setup tour, or might do a setup tour for what my setup is, because I think it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. It's a lot better than what I had previously. I just need to clean my room up a little bit. Expect some more videos to come out. If you want to be excited by that, go ahead. But again, I don't really know what I'm going to be putting out at this point, so just keep that in mind. I think I talked about everything I wanted to. If there's anything else comes up, I'll probably explain it in a later video. I'll see you in the next video. See you then.